All right, I'm calling the Borough of Beach Haven regular meeting to order on Monday, December 10th at 7:03. Flag salute led by me. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Pursuant to the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by posting on the bulletin board in the Beach Haven Municipal Building and mailing the same to the Beach Haven Times, Asbury Park Press, and the Press of Atlantic City. Mr. Texas.
Here.
Mr. Lynch.
Here.
Mr. Maskell. Mr. White.
Here.
Mayor Davis.
here. Okay, our first thing is a presentation by former Mayor, Mr. Watson Carroll. Watson was mayor, at what year were you mayor?
1982 to 1986.
1982 to 1986, I remember.
17th Mayor.
17th mayor. Thank you.
Okay. I have a decoy, grand decoy, which is ordered by my father. And I'm going to present this to the Borough of Beach Haven, honoring the governing body, because I think you're doing a fantastic job with Beach Haven. Everything that you do is just great.
Well, thank you so much. This grant is gorgeous. I love decoys. I have a bunch of them in my house. And this is, I could take this home with me. It's beautiful.
Don't drop the decoy.
I think Jim did a fantastic job with that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
The Jim's worked very hard. I know that was something. This is gorgeous.
Watson, you want to turn around and see it right in the way now?
Yeah, Watson.
The pictures. I want you with it.
I'm here. I want to honor that. You're doing fantastic.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Great compliment.
We're lucky. We've got a good group here. Thank you so much. Gorgeous.
That is still full. Thank you, sir.
I think Watson also told me that the base of explain what,
Okay, the base is from Ocean County Historical One Courthouse. In other words, it was built in 1850, and the beams started to split. So they had to be removed, and steel beams were put in its place. And this wood is from the original courthouse, courtroom one.
that's here, and there's a plaque on the bottom stating that.
Yes.
We will treasure this. We will have to find a very special place to put it, and where everybody can see it and enjoy it.
Does the plot say that also about the base?
Yes, on the bottom it explains about the courthouse.
Okay, maybe when we put it on the test.
Yes.
We'll explain it, but since you can't see it on the
Yeah, well, it should be somewhere where we know where we can steal it, so, you can do steal things.
I got an idea. Why don't we have it 1 year for each council member to take home?
Yeah.
And I'll be the first one.
We'll find a good spot. Sherry's good at finding good spots. So we'll find a good, set it up. Should we just put it right up here?
Put it up here.
Right for this
Right.
guy, this absence here. It's gorgeous. Thank you, Watson.
Apologize for being late, Mayor.
Cash receipts in the current fund account for the period of November 1st to November 30th were $4,050,066.67. Cash disbursements in the current fund account for the month of November 2018 totaled $1,421,900.12. Cash balance in the current fund account as of this period totaled $14,366,010.43. Cash receipts in the water utility account for the period of November 1st to November 30th were $172,149.05. Cash disbursements in the water utility account for the month of November totaled $974.59, and the cash balance in the water utility account as of November 30th was $3,431,297.26.
It? We have approval of minutes. Has everybody read the minutes? I missed the one meeting, so I can't.
Okay, we have November 8th, 2018 agenda meeting, November 8th, 2018 executive meeting, November 13th, 2018 regular meeting, and November 21st, 2018 agenda meeting.
Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
Motion to approve the minutes as submitted?
Second?
Okay, Mr. Texas?
Yes.
Mr. Lynch?
Yes.
Mr. Maskell?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes, for November 13th and 21st.
Okay. We have 3 ordinances for final approval. We have 2018-35C, an ordinance amending Chapter 145, pickleball courts, municipal of the Code of the Borough of Beach Haven, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, to establish fees for the use of pickleball courts. Final reading.
This is final reading, so I'm opening this to the public. If anybody would like to come up and speak regarding the pickleball courts and this particular ordinance. Nobody wants to speak, so therefore I close the floor. Is there a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve?
Second?
Mr. Texas?
Yes.
Mr. Lynch?
Yes.
Mr. Maskell?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes.
We have ordinance 2018-36C, an ordinance amending Chapter 199, Vehicles and Traffic, Part 1, General Regulations, Article 10, Schedules of the Borough Code of the Borough of Beach Haven, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, final reading.
This again is final reading, and this is basically where the parallel spots are 15-minute parking spots. So people, they need to just run in and pay a bill or something, you can always get a spot. If anybody would like to speak to this, please come forward. Yes?
Make it attendant, if there's a meeting, there's 2 cars, there is a meeting.
Wait a second, pardon? You really need to get.
It's Monday through Friday, 9 to 4.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, just during the office hours.
Okay.
I have my hearing aids in too, and I can really hear it. Is there a motion, does anybody else want to have a question or want to speak to this? Therefore, I will close the floor, and is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve?
Second?
Mr. Texas?
Yes.
Mr. Lynch?
Yes.
Mr. Maskell?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes.
Okay, we have ordinance 2018-37C, an ordinance amending Chapter 199, Vehicles and Traffic of the Borough Code of the Borough of Beach Haven, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, 2000, in order to regulate parking for electric vehicles, and this is establishing fees for electrical vehicle parking.
Again, this is final reading. If anybody wants to come forth and speak to this, there was a nice article in the Sandpaper. I think Eric's here. Thank you, Eric. That was a good article. And we're the first town in Beach Haven to have public electric charging stations. Anybody like to come forward and speak? Therefore, I close the floor. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve?
Second?
Mr. Texas?
Yes.
Mr. Lynch?
Yes.
Mr. Maskell?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes.
Okay, resolutions within consent agenda. All matters listed under item consent agenda are considered to be routine by the municipal council and will be enacted by one motion in the form listed. Any items requiring expenditure are supported by certification of availability of funds, and any item requiring discussion will be removed from the consent agenda and be discussed separately. All consent agenda items will be reflected in full in the minutes. 264, rescinding 245D-2018 and consenting to the issuance of amusement license 2019 MG1. 265, returning piling bonds. 267, amending resolution 266, approving Mark Frieda as tax assessor. 268, acknowledging the appointment of special law enforcement officers, class 2. 269, authorizing the return of street opening bonds for Tom Keller. 270, authorizing the return of park bonds. 271, authorizing an auction with gov deals for surplus property no longer needed for public use. 272, approving the 2019 arcade license for Fantasy Island NG2. 273, returning remaining escrow for Morrison's and Mobile. 274, release of a curb and sidewalk bond for Martinelli. 275, rescinding resolution 229-2018. 276, setting fees for water meter parts and testing 8-1. 278, authorizing to advertise for bids to retrofit five garbage trucks with rotary style tipper mechanisms. 279, authorizing the execution of a redevelopment agreement with URIS LLC for Block 167, Lot 4. 280, approving change order number 1, final, dated November 30th, 2018, for the 2018 road reconstruction improvement project on Dock Road. 281, canceling water charges. 282, change order number 1, final, 2018 furnish and install fencing in various locations. And this is a decrease in our change order, not an increase. 283, authorizing a shared service agreement with the Borough of Beach Haven and the Township of Long Beach, acting as lead agency for mobile data terminal lookup services. And that's it.
Does anybody in council want to remove any of these specific items for further discussion?
I don't wish to remove, but I was wondering if it might not be a good idea to alert the public to what is going on sale in gov deals.
This includes 34 pieces of 6x8 cedar fence, the 2016 mobile restroom, miscellaneous auto parts, 3 snowplow blades, 8-foot snowplow blades, a 2009 Chevy Cobalt, and miscellaneous computer equipment, ink cartridges, screens, towers, a laptop, and a lot of miscellaneous bike parts.
Anybody else like to make a comment or remove any of these items? The redevelopment one, that was a nice one.
Yes.
Good education there. If nobody wants to remove them, do I have a motion to approve these resolutions?
Motion to approve the resolutions as submitted.
Second?
Is that you, Chuck?
Yes, it was.
Mr. Pepsis?
Yes.
Mr. Lynch?
Yes.
Mr. Maskell?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes.
We have approval of bills, $1,601,871.94.
Everybody,
One, a couple of questions. I think I know the answer to the first one, but this is the CME Associates. Is this for the affordable housing? Trying to find that.
Affirmative marketing.
The marketing plan. And the other one was the $193,000 for the construction, Santori construction. Is that a final payment for the, that's a final payment?
Good.
We're in close out.
Any other questions? Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve the bills as submitted.
Second.
Mr. Pepsis?
Yes.
Mr. Lynch?
Yes.
Mr. Maskell?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
Mayor Davis?
Yes. All right. We didn't have a lot of ordinances today because you can't straddle a year with ordinances, so we're about done this year. I'm now opening the floor to public comment. If you'd like to comment, come to the microphone, state your name and address, and come. Anyone want to comment?
Only Bill.
As you know,
As you know.
Bill Locke, Kemper Avenue. I'd like to know, is there anything more on the pumping stations? Are they approved, or I haven't been at a lot of meetings, the new pumping stations?
For the flooding, is that what
Yes.
you're saying? Yeah, we're going forward.
Yeah, I can answer that. The engineers are in design. The design should be done sometime in the spring. They've got to get CAFR approval. The plan is to start the construction early next fall with completion in the spring of 2020.
Paid for by who?
Well, right now, we still are seeking the grant from the state, which would cover 50%. And Frank Little is looking at for the balance of the 50%, the town would handle half of it. And he's got at least verbal, but not written agreement so far with the county to pick up the other 50%.
Good.
So we don't know about the state until, we've got to complete the design and get cap approval for the state to.
Right, because I know the counties went through this before, where Joey's Pizza in Brighton Beach has been flooding, and they put another pumping station in there, has not worked yet.
They don't have, there's not a pumping station.
What is it?
There's not a pumping station. They've redone the road there. But
They did a road,
I think he's
and
right. There is-
an outflow pipe out into the bay.
With the actual pump there,
There's
I don't
an
think
actual
so.
pump there, nothing works there yet.
I just met with Mancini today, and he
Well, I'm just telling you that I was witness to the construction of the pipe from Joey's to the corner, to the catch basins, out to the bay, an outflow pipe done by Meadowlands Construction, and has not worked yet.
Do they have the backflow preventers?
Yes,
They do.
yes, everything was installed according to the county. I mean, I'm just, I mean, I don't want to see everybody go through a lot of stuff that's maybe not, maybe not going to work.
Well,
definitely will.
well, the one thing that we have done is we've actually hired and they're working for Frank as the consultants that did it in Ocean City and has worked in Ocean City. What it does, and they presented at a council meeting a couple of weeks ago, months ago.
Okay.
And has worked in Ocean City, and I think, Tom, you could attest to this. The feedback we're getting from Ocean City is while the flooding still occurs, the removal of the water is a lot faster than it's ever been passed.
Okay.
We're using their type of dimensions and things like that.
Now, the one thing we are doing is putting in 6,000 new linear feet of pipe, because our pipes are 80 years old. Now, when Long Beach Township did their pumping systems, and they're gonna put 2 more pumps in,
Right.
my understanding from Frank is they're not gonna be putting in new piping systems.
Okay.
So it's a little bit different.
It just always, I guess it just always puzzles everybody. How can you pump something that's higher than you are, you know, and get it
Well,
down?
Now it's
But
coming back.
I just was curious about what was going on with it and who was paying for it and whatever.
Based upon the tidal flood levels that we measured from the Coast Guard,
Right.
we'll probably be pumping about 50% of the days of the year. And there'll probably be, at least based upon the most recent information, there's probably going to be about 8 days a year when we'll go over the bulkheads that we will not be able to do anything about.
Okay. Hope it works.
Bill, the presentation that they gave was very sophisticated, wasn't it? They didn't drop a sump pump in a hole. I mean, this thing is up on poles, it's, you know, electronic, like bullet type pumps, stainless steel pumps, that's straight down there, you know, way overrated horsepower and things like that. So I don't know, just to ease what you said about Joey's, I have no idea what they did there. This is a very sophisticated situation.
I was thinking that the job they did at Joey's was sophisticated, and that was supposed to be the top of the line at the time. And if you go by Joey's, high tide rain.
I saw it the other day too, but you're right, it was hot. And the only thing I can say is, when we did this, we approached the people from Ocean City.
Okay.
And it's an international firm that's done projects all across the United States. They're doing work in New York City right now and a number of communities. I think they're doing it in Cape May, not Cape May, Ocean City, as well as they're putting big systems down there too. So, you know, we don't want to reinvent the wheel, so we decided let's take advantage of their expertise. So they're going to work with us. They're going to tell us what worked and what didn't work.
All right. So I guess if it worked someplace else, perhaps it'll work on our.
Yeah, you still get flooding, but it's going to go way faster.
Okay. Good. Thank you very much. So.
Anybody else like to come forward and speak?
Another bill.
Hi, my name is William Burrows, 100 Northwest Avenue. I wanted to thank Jim Lee and Don Katzis for serving on council. It's a thankless job, I think we all know that, and it's a small town, so you really can't hide anywhere. No matter what you do, you're going to piss somebody off, and it's hard, and I can see that it's hard from this side. Believe me, I'm never coming over to that side, but I wanted to say thank you to both of you. A lot of work. I can see what you both have done, and there's a lot of effort that's required, and I don't think the people realize how much time really is supposed to be spent when you're in that position. So, thanks for serving.
You're there.
Thank you.
Anybody else like to come forward and speak? Okay, I've closed the board of public comment, and now we have final remarks by council, and I never talk first, but I do want to reiterate what you said, Bill. I want to thank both Don and Jim. This is their last meeting. I worked with Jim for 8 years and Don for 4, and both Jim and Don have worked tirelessly, and they've brought different skills and to the council that have been very helpful. Jim has really made a difference in Veterans Park. We now have a functional bathroom there, which is exciting. We have a new concession stand. We're going to work hard to get better landscaping down there. Hopefully, people will donate trees. We can get more vegetation that grows well down here and looks nice. Jim has been tirelessly working with the police department to help with efforts in the town to keep the town safe and to support the residents and dealing with noise, even to the point where getting up in the middle of the night and hanging out on Center Street when the shell and the cash got out, and trying to figure out what we could do to calm things down. And Don has, you can tell how knowledgeable he is. We were so fortunate to have Don when we were building this building. Through the entire planning process, hiring the architect, we interviewed a lot of architects. Don never missed a meeting. We met every other week during the entire building of this project. We met with a lot of people throughout the town to get their ideas about this building. But Don had tremendous expertise working for J&J and guiding their large corporation through many building projects around the world. And I think having Don here assured that we have a very well-built building with very little, hopefully very little leakage of air and water into the building. It turned out well, and as you can see, Don has been instrumental in dealing with the flooding situation and talking to people. He's the one that organized the last meeting we had. We brought in a group of people that have these doors that you can, and ways of eliminating water from getting into your home or your store. And they presented, and so many things Don and Jim have both done to bring their expertise into this job. And they're going to be extremely missed, both as friends and as somebody that I know I can always depend on. And I just want to thank both of you. All right, that's my comment. Anybody else like to comment?
Yeah, I'd like to comment on the Borough of Beach Haven, the police report that just came out. And as usual, it's outstanding. The police here do an excellent job, as always. They're first in there, helping out, and they do a great job. So I think that we should really say to Jim and his police that they do an excellent job for us. And they continue to do this each month. If you look at the report, you'll notice last year's as compared to this. And they did just do an outstanding job. They can't help enough. The words I'll use. So thank you. Thanks to the police department.
I would just like to add one other thing to Jim's resume. He's been very, very helpful in contract negotiations. And, those contracts were really getting out of hand in some ways. And that started back with Rich. very important to keep those expenses under control.
Yeah, we've been very fortunate. John?
Yeah, I just want to say that it's been a real privilege working with the other council members, and especially under the leadership of Nancy Davis. When you come into council with a lot of ideas, but very little understanding of how government works, and you don't really realize how little you know and what you need to learn. I think I made myself a pain in the butt at times for a lot of the people in the borough. There's some people another day. Sherry Mason, it's been great to see her grow into becoming a very strong manager. Christy and Mary Claire, they've improved the communications in the town tremendously, and Mary Claire does a great job as being a spokesperson most people see first when they come into office. Sherry Bowler and Jennifer trying to make me understand how you do budgets and finance in this town. Still, after 4 years, I'm still not sure I don't understand how this whole thing works. Donna Marie, she is an invaluable resource for this town, and if you want to know what's happening in town, talk to Donna Marie, as well as Mary, who really does things with such a professional manner. Sharon in the tax department must have thought I was crazy when we were reviewing 2 years of water bills to deal with the water problem. And I don't know whether she's ever forgiven me for that. Frank Little and Chris, who taught me a lot. I mean, I threw ideas at Chris and George before him, and they said, it's not going to work, it's not, we're trying. But, we've come up with some good things to do for the town, and they are really good people. Jackie in Public Works, the emergency management group, the police department, they all do a great job. For the new people coming up to council, I strongly recommend that the new council members attend the annual volunteer fire department first aid and war dinners. Those are 2 dinners which I haven't done in the past. But these people are really the unsung heroes every day in Beach Haven. And you got to get to know what they do, because you don't really hear about it until you go to dinners and realize how much time they devote to this town. And just thank you for your patience. I'm glad to was able to work with you. You have a great team here, and I was glad to be part of it. Thank you.
That's right. I want to say one other thing that I just forgot about. I had a meeting today with a lot of mayors on the island, and the plan is to start a shuttle bus over to Stafford and back. And particularly early in the day and late in the evening to get workers back and forth, so we can get some of the kids that live there over here to jobs. And I think that's going to make a tremendous difference. I think we had problems with the bus. We talked about a lot this summer, bringing sort of flash mobs of kids in. But on the other hand, it does a great benefit. I mean, it helps with parking. By having these shuttle buses, you don't have to worry about parking. It allows people, old folks like me, to go out and have a drink somewhere that isn't walkable and not have to worry about driving home or paying an Uber. But the idea of bringing people in from Stafford to help our businesses desperately need workers. So I think that's an exciting prospect for next year. So I just wanted to let everybody know that.
Here's our senior man retiring. You gotta say something, Jim. You're an Irishman.
I guess.
Jim, you haven't spoken yet.
Jim, you have 3 minutes.
I got 3 minutes. Bill, 3 minutes?
Bill, you keep tabs on the minutes.
Well, I guess I'd like to say I made a lot of friends here, and I think both of them are here tonight, so my 8 years. I know that I've been brash, I've been somehow not always great, but I hope I made more friends than I made enemies. I hope I've listened more than I've talked. I want to tell the people of the borough of Beach Haven that it has been an honor and a privilege to serve you. Every time I've done something here, it's without rancor, without feeling that we're putting ourselves out, because when you're doing something for the people of this town, it really makes you feel good. There's been back and forth with people, but I've always found that sometimes you lead, sometimes you follow, but sometimes it's best to go look for the middle. And when you do that, you probably come up with a better answer than if you were on either of the other points. A little over 8.5 years ago, I met with 7 of us who were running for council. And I asked them all to come to my house so that we could sit down and talk about not having any animosity about what any of us do going forward, whoever gets elected. It was 5 out of the 7. And I can honestly say, and I think Nancy and Chuck can back it up, that there never has been. There's been maybe some words back and forth, but by the time we've left the table, it's all over. We've learned to grow and respect each other for what we've decided on. I've never believed that 5 people can walk in lockstep every day of their life. There has to be some difference of opinions when you get 5 people from 5 different walks of life. What I found out is that, what I feel is that the people of Beach Haven have been very, very lucky to have people that cared about it, have the expertise that we had. I'd like to say something to Chuck, that he took over as mayor for the very first time when none of us, like Don said, knew what we were doing. And you did a yeoman's job bringing it all together and kind of making it easy for people to follow in your footsteps, Chuck. So I want to thank you for that. Nancy, I can't tell you how much I admire you and appreciate what you've done. You've done an outstanding job in leadership, and the work that you do and the time that you give to this town is incredible. And I think that, you're entitled to an extreme debt of gratitude from the people of this town. Don pretty much hit everybody that I was going to say something about, but I want to tell you that it's been an honor and a privilege just to know and watch what the people of this town do on a daily basis. There's never a head up, except when I come in, they go, oh, I know you're in the building, Jim, so, but to take it away from them. But they're constantly working and doing a great job. It's a tough job. As Don said, Sherry, I can't tell you from day one, when we said, what are we going to do? And you said, don't worry, I'm here to help you. And you did a great job for us, especially for me. One little anecdote is that when we didn't know what we were doing, we came in on a holiday. I think the first or second week we were elected, and we slashed the budget by like $2.5 million. We were dancing in the street. We were so happy with what we did. And for the first time, I seen Rich Crane get hysterical laughing when he came back to work, and he said, you can't do that. What can we do? Nothing like that. And it was a constant learning, just like, you thought you were going to bring your expertise from private industry. Well, it doesn't work. One lesson I think we've all learned, and I hope the new people understand, is that you leave your personal request things behind you. When you get in here and you sit up here, even though it's not a big political position, your number one priority is to the taxpayers of this town. And you must listen to them. You must do everything in the best interest that you can to make sure that you are working up here for them. My friend Barbara Koner asked me once, don't you care if people like you? And I said, absolutely not. Because if I cared, if I did this job with the basis of somebody liking me, then I'm not doing my job, because my job is to represent the people of the borough of Beach Haven. And I hope I did that to the best of my ability. So thank you all very much.
Great. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Good luck.